Hello everybody, and sadly, this video is a apology video for you all, especially the ones what was looking forward to what I was going to do. Obviously, if you know the show, that I usually talk about James Bond vehicles, the big massive variety of vehicles what are in the Bond movies. And obviously it comes out around about September time where I do a James Bond special of the best automatic show. And unfortunately, I said we're going to respond that and bring it out a lot later on around December, because we're waiting for the snow. And the only time it snows in that classic game GTA 5, because obviously we're a car brand, but we're not like sponsored by the BBC like Top Gear fellas and all that. Look, now we have to use this old classic game GTA 5 to do this car program. And obviously I might be rambling on about stuff and all that, but I want to apologise because we never managed to get round to doing the episode because certain incident happened, and it just, like I said, it's an apology video, and I'm trying to work my way out of this and that. So, as you may know from the previous show, the one with all the James Bond fans from the James Bond special, that I was going to be talking about James Bond's, the one and only Aston Martin Milante, right? And you all know which one it is. Well, the younger generation are going to remember, obviously, Daniel Craig's last outing, ish, because obviously, them nanobots were rebuilding that. But it's the one where he sort of like commits suicide because he finds out he's a dad and he's got this daughter who can't be bothered to speak English to him. And all we could be bothered is give her a bleeding apple for her breakfast. But we all know that that classic car was in there and didn't really do anything. But yeah, it was the DB5 what had its big moment there, with machine guns and that. But no, we're not talking about that film with Daniel Craig, Time to Die and all that lot, that was called. Now, if you know what Bond car I'm on about, it was more famous in the 1980s, right? 1984 maybe, practically right for you all, because a new Bond came on the scene as well, at the time. Yeah, a different Bond, the British Bond, the proper gritty, grimy Bond, the one from Base from the Back, Timothy Dalton, right? He was a guy who wanted to play Bond a bit like the Back, right? I mean, alright, the one-liner jokes and all that lot was always going to criticise him, right? Because when he came out with them, they didn't really seem to work. He didn't have that form of humour. I mean, he played it so serious. I mean, when he does his humour, I mean, it don't work. It's like wandering in License to Kill, and a guy comes crashing through the wall and he says, oh, he came out to a dead end. It's not funny. In this Bond movie, Living Daylights, it seems a bit different when he uses his humour, especially with his main lady, right, in the movie, right? Because she plays a bit like she's childish, but she's been sort of used by a boyfriend to pretend to assassinate him. And Bond's been deliberately sent out to assassinate any assassins to assassinate her boyfriend, and obviously he's getting his girlfriend to assassinate him or pretend to assassinate him, and Bond goes to kill her and he doesn't. He thinks, oh no, she can't all bleeding hold a gun. And then we find out how mopey and whingy she is and all that later on in the movie. And so it seems like when he comes out with some weird humour when he's in his Aston Martin, when he gets into car chase, it seems like he's been a bit sarcastic there, and he seems to get away with it in that funny jokes in that scene with him and the actress about. If you know the movie, it's the famous gadget car Aston Martin snow chase. Obviously they did it later on, but with but a lot of people criticise that other Bond movie. But this one, right, it's the one where James Bond's car disguises itself as a garden shed, I think, because it goes on the ice and it looks like a garden shed to me. And talking about garden sheds, as you've been well known that you've been watching us, that we're going to one of them illegal, dodgy, backstreet, in someone's garden, cinemas, as they got one of them cinema kits and they charge people to see movies. And we've been taking our Captain Gooches to see movies where his mum's permission and stuff, right? So we have been inspired to watch plenty of movies with car chases in, because obviously we do a car program, and the best things about watching stuff with cars is them getting into car chases and getting in mishaps and all that lot. And the best ones you may think of is with gadget cars is James Bond itself, because it's always going to be a classic to everyone out there. Everyone's going to pick a specific favourite car chase of the Bond movie, to the DB5, what gets foiled by a mirror, or the Lotus Esprit, what turns into a submarine. I mean, that was my generation. But later on in late 80s, early 80s, that we got this car chase. I mean, it was like the third instalment of the gadget car, and we finally got a car chase and in the snow, and it was really a lot of effort went into this, and it was a shame. I was going to show you some clips like this.
Of all the cinematic secret agents who came to life in the 60s, only one still remains active. We like to think it's the fantastic stunts that keep this suave spy going strong. When you talk about cinematic action, nobody does it better than James Bond. Smooth and sophisticated with the ladies, brutal with the bad guys. When he climbs behind the wheel, you can bet he's not going for a Sunday drive. But in the movies, the stars leave the driving to the pros. For James Bond, nobody does it better than Juliet. Remy Juliet. Remy's association with Bond started in 1980 with the shooting of For Your Eyes Only.
I always dreamed of working on a Bond film. I thought we were qualified for it, and then they asked us. I was very happy to get the opportunity to participate.
In For Your Eyes Only, Bond was played by Roger Moore, an actor who Remy especially admires.
Roger Moore is a gentleman, a rare human being. He doesn't take himself seriously. Roger told me one day that his son told him, "Dad, I saw the real Bond on TV. It was Sean Connery." Roger was very amused by that.
Remy's first assignment in For Your Eyes Only took him to the beautiful Greek island of Corfu. Remy doubled for French actress Carole Bouquet during a hazardous car chase through this hillside town. In this scene, the spy and his female companion are nearly creamed by a bus on this treacherously narrow street. This slow-motion replay shows the perfect timing of both stunt drivers as the car narrowly misses the oncoming bus. As the scene continues, the actors replace their stunt doubles for tighter shots and less dangerous action. A second stunt in this harrowing sequence involves one car pushing another off the road. The drivers take a practice run for timing before attempting this dangerous stunt. Now it's for real. The cameras roll and the action is executed flawlessly. Next, the yellow car will jump across the road, traveling over the black car. Again, each driver rehearses separately to ensure maximum safety. Once again, the stunt is executed to perfection.
For James Bond films, I always try something new. As we finish each Bond film, they always ask me for a new stunt for the next one. So I design the stunt, and then they write the script around my stunt.
In A View to a Kill, Remy's creative energies were in overdrive as the producers reassembled their winning team in the French capital.
Roger Moore was there again. This was in 1984. A great deal of the action was shot in Paris, very near the Eiffel Tower.
One of the most exciting stunts in the film was the world premiere of Remy's Leapfrog. A car jumps from one ramp to a second ramp and then to a truck. What makes this stunt all the more hair-raising is that the second ramp is atop a moving bus. This brief action sequence requires weeks of rehearsing to ensure proper timing.
This stunt took over 2 months of preparation and training. We needed very precise timing to the 100th of a second. Too soon or too late, and it would have been a catastrophe.
Even with all the preparation, the stunt nearly doesn't work. On the first take, the Renault overshoots the landing area. Fortunately, no one was hurt. On the second take, the car doesn't get up enough speed and lands short. On the third take, the timing is perfect and the stunt is completed exactly the way Remy envisioned. Later in the sequence, Remy himself performed a spectacular stunt that involved the beheading of a Renault. The car drives right through a guard gate, shearing off the roof of the car.
On this one, I did the driving of the beheading myself because I wanted to be involved in the show, but mainly because it was a very delicate job. I had to drive without seeing the road on an S-curve. It was difficult, but I wanted to prove to myself I wasn't disconnected from the reality of actually doing the stunt work. It turned out to be a good decision.
A great performance, but even a seasoned professional can encounter unexpected problems.
My hand was on the steering wheel. The gate sheared off the roof, and the broken glass started to wipers. Because there was no windshield, the glass stuck to the steering wheel, and I cut my fingers pretty badly. But I still had to go on, and I continued the action.
In the close-ups with Roger Moore, Remy was impressed with the star's driving. 007 was able to take Remy's direction and maneuvered the car well. The Living Daylights introduced a new Bond, Timothy Dalton.
It was Timothy Dalton's first time, and he was petrified about following in the footsteps of the extraordinary Sean Connery and Roger Moore. But he did a great job. He's a great actor, and he's very physical. He really got into the stunts.
The film also welcomed the return of Bond's Aston Martin. Now equipped with studded tires and outrigger skis, Remy was concerned about the car's performance.
We did damage the Aston Martin a little bit, rehearsing certain difficult stunts. With its aluminum frame, it is a relatively fragile car. We had to keep getting replacement parts from England, and this took 4 days. And then we had to work through the night to recondition the car. But when it came time to roll cameras, the Aston Martin operated as good as new.
After 16 films and hundreds of thrilling scenes, James Bond continues to be the most stunt-savvy hero on the big screen. But it takes a highly creative stuntmaster like Remy Julien to keep 007 in the heart of the action.
So yeah, you might be impressed with that, all that hard work and dedication. We thought we could replicate that with Rockstar Editor and all that lot, and having a few more online players having their crown fixed, you know, done in orange and white and something, you know, looking like Lord Reavers chasing our Bond with a mock chase on our, you know, not so tame racing driver. But like I said, I've got to give you apologies again, because I mean, I was going to show you clips.
Join our TV crew and stunt team across the Atlantic, where Remy Julien has created a truly unique stunt challenge. The harbor at Nice, on the fabulous French Riviera, is the setting for Remy Julien's latest incredible stunt adventure. Today's stunt really has two parts. It's sort of a mini movie. Remy calls La Voiture Volante, or the flying car. First, the high-speed car chase heads for the end of a pier. The lead car will shoot into the sea, while his pursuer brakes just inches from the edge. Then, voila, the car becomes a boat, but three superpowered speedboats close in, and he doesn't stand a chance. Or does he? Hooking onto one of the mega motorboats, the little car sends up a parachute and is pulled up into the air.
This chase pits good against evil. He's trying to get away from the evil ones. And then, surprise, the car takes off into the sky.
To pull this off, Remy's people have prepared 3 different cars to undertake each phase of this sequence. The first will take the plunge into the sea. Chico Gauchi will speed up this jump ramp and soar off the end of the pier. Seems fairly simple, but at 60 miles an hour, the surface of that water will slam into him like a brick wall. And if anything goes wrong, he'll be strapped into his seat, headed for the bottom of the sea. Now there's a bad turn of luck. Unexpected rain adds serious risk to the already dangerous stunt. Despite months of preparation, Remy has to decide if it's worth taking the extra chance.
The weather is not the best. There's wind, a lot of waves, and it's all hazardous. But we still believe we can do it.
The team decides to go ahead and hope for a break in the weather. Remy has recruited several of Europe's top divers to be on hand in case anything goes wrong in the water. Now they prepare, checking and double-checking their equipment. The divers carefully rehearse emergency rescue routines, including precise hand signals. They must be ready to act in seconds. The impact with the water could trap Chico in the car. There won't be room for mistakes.
There's 3 of us to help get him out of the car. If necessary, we'll pull him out and we'll let the car sink.
Meanwhile, assuming all goes well with Chico's dive, the super-powered stunt boats are being tuned for the action at sea. 3 of the fastest boats on the water, these jerk cars are powered by 2 300-horsepower V8 engines. They can hit 90 miles per hour and look like stealth bombers with water wings. Still, the rain hasn't let up.
The weather is still against us, but we are committed to going ahead.
Remy and his crew test the run-up surface. The slick pier makes their timing and accuracy critical. Despite all their preparations, there is no way to know just how the crash into the water will affect the car. The angle of impact could flip it upside down. The windshield might shatter, immediately flooding the car. Chico prepares for the worst, to be trapped alone underwater.
This is the scuba gear and the mask, close by where I can get to them. I hope I can get to them.
Suddenly there's a break in the weather, but they don't know how long it will last. They must decide. It's now or never. Chico says, let's do it. Remy announces they're just minutes away. The rescue team is ready. Remy gives the go-ahead. But no one here really knows if all their plans will prove to be enough when Chico revs up to 60 miles per hour and crashes into the concrete wall of the sea.
Apologies again if you got into that. As you know, doing car chases like Bond and all that lot take a lot of dedication, and you'd be thinking it should be easy on a GTA game, especially the old classic GTA 5. back in the days in 2023 where the Coca-Cola truck actually drove itself. Now I actually thought there was a certain character on that year who was driving that lorry, and obviously we pursued it and all that lot, so we got somebody else's footage and all that lot to show that. So I actually thought this character, you know, beware of the Gooch. I mean, to us it ruined our James Bond Christmas special, and that's what I'm trying to get round to actually explaining. Our apologies, because yes, sadly that it is to do with something with this character, the Gooch, because it just appears and mugs you.
Everyone's in place and ready here on this pier at Nice for the first phase of a multiple stunt challenge. This first scene calls for a car to shoot off the end of the pier, fly 150 feet, and then slam into the water, while the chase car skids to a stop inches from the edge. The rain has made things doubly dangerous, but the chase is on, and here they go. Chico crashed very hard. His car has flipped over and he's sinking upside down. The rescue team is there in seconds. The trunk's open, but no Chico. He's still inside. The car is sinking faster than expected. It's gone down, and Chico's gone down with it. As the minutes pass, the dive team is struggling to free Chico. Remy is obviously nervous. Finally, after nearly 5 minutes, the dive team reports. They've got him out. Chico's okay.
When it went down, the car turned over. I couldn't find my way out. Finally, I managed to open the door, but then I waited for the divers to help me out.
He was superb. He jumped more than 150 feet.
And this is just the beginning of the stunt. Remy's blueprint calls for the car Chico crashed to emerge as a boat, and then be chased by the evil Dracars. Just as the bad guys are closing in, the story calls for the little car to let out a parachute and be pulled into the air like a human parasailer. This is the very first time anyone's tried this with a car. For this stunt, Remy's crews have built a replica of the real car out of plywood and fiberglass and harnessed it to a parachute. They hook it up to one of the super-powered Dracars, and now they're ready to let it fly. It looks good. It's up. It's up. Uh-oh. It's down. The tow rope they used couldn't handle the intense drag between the parachute and the Dracar. This time they're using stronger rope. Even though there's nobody inside this flying car, Remy Julien's emotions are riding on it. If he fails this time, the whole stunt fails. Now, his French pride is on the line. Gimp takes off from the Nice harbor up the Riviera to Cannes, Remy can't stand to be left behind. On the famous French Riviera, they've seen just about everything. But until today, nobody ever saw this. Remy Julien's flying car.
So that looked interesting, everybody, didn't it? Lots of hard work. And as you can see with our Gimp actually posing in front of the poster, but that's what we're not going to be on about. Yeah, the Gooch will be mentioned later on, but you'll be seeing some strange footage right now thinking, wait, oh, what is the Gimp doing sat in a police car at the front riding with a police officer? I mean, the Gimp does that plastic bag challenge creating havoc and carnage. Well, the Gimp is again training and having a ride along with a police officer on the game, and they're doing some form of promotion of, you know, later on in, you know, the game's coming up, that it's about the Gooch, and it's like some invitation of the Grinch, as we think. But as you can see, I'm standing in front of the poster, messing about and larking about like typical online players. So yeah, back to what the Gimp was doing. Yeah, the Gimp is actually going to be learning some form of police skill, but with the Gooch, if you remember, was quite annoying.
Right, where's the snowman? Sorry, is it outside the gun shop or? You say it's down there.
I'm getting tapped by that. Oh, was he attacking you?
Who? No, I didn't get hit by anything.
No, it's got to be him. I ain't got a red dot. Did you get mugged?
No.
Well, we're chasing that dude.
Oh, right. What dude? I ain't even got a red dot.
Chasing.
I'm after you, because that's where the snowman was.
That's not me.
Oh, crumbs!
I'm
right,
behind you. That's him. He's yours.
All right.
I ain't got a red dot. There should be a red dot on your map.
No, there ain't. No, it's no red thing. And I ain't lost any money.
Don't you dare run me over. Come on, run. There he is.
Oh, confused. I thought that was you showing me where snowman was. But snowman is... sorry. I take it must be the other side, it's not where the shops are.
No, shit, we're gonna lose him. Oh, well, I'm gonna lose him, because obviously I ain't got the map thing. So it's not on yours then?
I ain't got it on mine, didn't get anything. Thought it was you.
No. Shouldn't be attacking me again, but you did, didn't it? Right, that's off. So if you're noticing the camera shot right there, you notice that Aston Martin was there as the Gimp got actually dragged out by the Gooch. So this Gooch actually goes around pulling you out of vehicles and all that lot, ruining camera shots and all that lot. So the Gimp actually pursued, as it says on the instructions, as you saw right very close, that the little bugger will steal your money if you don't bank it, right? And another thing, the extra bonus about this is that if you actually kill and get the Gooch, right? Because the Gooch does sound funny to me, because I think of Gucci, you know, them Gucci bags and stuff and all that lot. It sounds like that, but I'm not that technical with stuff like that. Yeah, the Gimp is pursuing the Gooch, and obviously you've got to kill it, and then you'll get this thing coming up on top of your screen, and I think this is what really happened with the Gimp on Not So Tame Racing Driver. Yeah, it got a new suit, and obviously the Gimp has got a new friend, a police officer, and obviously it's Christmas, and Yeah, it's GTA, and technically GTA is a game, not for people to start making replica of James Bond and all that lot. And everyone says we're a bit cruel to the not so tame racing driver of the game, and we should at least have a day off at least for Christmas. So there we are. We'll let it play with its friend.